they begin to cheat the system. It's well. Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome as well. Thank you for returning. My name is Kenny, and on this channel I film about my faith, career, lifestyle, and some immigration tips. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below, and do all the every that you can do. Guys, I mean, it is almost summer and I am so happy that the weather is so good. We're actually officially in spring now, and it gets to as high as plus 20, plus 14, so you know, all those summer body loading. I'm so happy about the weather, and there's this excitement it just brings, you know, the fact that you're not having to put on like 5 layers of clothes or 3 layers of clothes just to go out. But yeah, I mean, it's so good. All right guys, let's jump right into today's video. Today I'll be discussing the reasons why you should not come to Canada. I know somebody will be like, I shouldn't come to Canada, why? But yes, you should watch till the end to know these reasons. Number one, do not start an application if you don't have realistic expectation. Guys, honestly, if you are someone that has these very huge expectations, it might be a little bit of a problem when you're, first come to Canada, or when you arrive in Canada. So for instance, if you're someone that maybe you were on a very high profile job from your home country or from wherever you're coming from, and then you eventually get through with all your applications and you get to Canada, honestly, you might not be able to start working in that field or operating in that field. Not that it's not possible, but setting very high expectation might be a little bit disappointing. So it's better to just be free, have a free mind, and know two sides of a coin. Usually when you know two sides of a coin, it's not like Canada is not good. Canada is a great place, and there are good opportunities, right? But it's always better if you know two sides of a coin. If you are someone that you can't do without your family, I don't know, depends on the route you're coming through. If you're coming to Canada to study, for instance, you are coming alone, right? And you might need to do away with, stay away from your family for a bit. Because I remember when I was coming to Canada, I made up my mind that, okay, I'm going to be away from my friends and family for a bit. I knew that there's this party thing on Saturday, from where I came from, we always do like weddings on Saturday and all of that. I had to put that away and put that aside, because I knew that I'm coming to a new country to study, and definitely I might not have such. So it's better to set very realistic expectations, in other words. Okay, so the next point is, don't start an application to Canada if you don't have good purpose. Your purpose would help you to know what route to come through. So if you are confused about, okay, how do I want to, what route do I want to use to migrate to Canada, you definitely shouldn't start an application. And if you're coming as a student, you should set up your mind that you need to start by looking for a school that is a designated learning institute, and that's the DLI, and then you need to get a letter of acceptance, that's the LOA from the school, and then you need to prepare documents to start the application for your study permit. As well, if you're coming to Canada to work, you need to get an employer, that's someone who can employ you from your own country through an LMIA, which is the work thing. It will help you with direction. It will help you to plan properly, to know what route you want to come through and the necessary things that you need to start an application. So what I'm trying to say is, you need to decide what route that you would like to use, because there are different routes to come to Canada. You need to strategize and decide what route do I want to use. And that also involves you doing your due diligence by knowing what program you fit, and meet the requirements for. So don't come to Canada if you don't have sufficient funds or inadequate funds. Funding is something that is really important, as the cost of living in Canada could be really high. I remember then when I first came as a student, I a little bit underestimated the the funds in terms of cost of living, feeding and all of that, and it wasn't easy for me. So really, if you are coming, funds is something that you should really put into consideration before even starting an application. First, you need to even pay for your application fee, then it goes to your biometric fee, and there are several fees that you need to pay for. You need to be prepared financially before you even start an application. Before starting an application to Canada, another thing to consider is, do you want to DIY it or you want to SLH? SLH it. So DIY is do it yourself, and SLH is seek legal help. So you need to assess yourself. Do an assessment. Can I do this myself? If I'm DIYing, do I have some time to be able to invest in checking what are the requirements? What do I need? What documents do I need? I mean, you need some time to do some research. So if you are DIYing, that's part of the assessment that you should consider even before starting, an application. And if you intend to spend some money, or maybe you have some money to spare, then you're SLHing, that's like seeking legal help. You would want to get a registered or an immigration lawyer who is registered or who is legal. I mean, not just any form of fake agency. There are so many fake agencies which you need to be beware of. You need to be careful of. So if you are seeking legal help, then seek the right one. Do it cautiously, not just anybody. The implication is, if you go through a fake immigration lawyer or a fake agency or something, it's going to affect your application in the later end, and you don't want that to cause you a very big harm. So assess yourself. I personally would encourage that if you can DIY it, just do it yourself. There are so many resources online, there's so many information that you can just take advantage of. I personally encourage people to check online, to spend some time. But if you are someone who is really busy, of course, you might not have that whole time to do so many research, then make sure you are doing it in the proper and in the right way. And finally, do not start an application to Canada if you cannot stay true to what you came to Canada for. You need to be able to finish what you started. Some people would come to Canada to study, and then when they get here, they begin to cheat the system. They will go and work instead of them to go to school. It's well. Honestly, you cannot cheat the system. Eventually, I don't know what to say, but yeah, don't cheat the system. If you come to study, then study. If you came to Canada to work, then work. So you need to stay true to be committed to why you came to Canada. Honestly, people will tell you, you can cut corners, you can work for these hours, you can do this, you can do that. Honestly, from my opinion, I do not recommend that. I suggest that you put in your all. I understand that there are family challenges, or there could be emotional challenges, there could be stress here and there could even be financial challenges, and then you are kind of tempted to want to try doing other things. Honestly, it's eventually not going to pay off. So don't even start an application if you don't plan to stay committed to it. Don't cheat the system, okay? All right, guys, Canada is a great place. Honestly, this video is not to scare anyone, and like I mentioned along the line in my video, for every good thing, you need to know there are always two sides of a coin. It's good to know what both flips are, so that you can play your game well and you can act accordingly and achieve your goals eventually. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and remember to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button right here and also comment down below, and I will see you in my next video. Stay well and stay safe.